Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Restless Barbarian Gaming. Tonight we are playing a new game for us. We're playing Vagabond, and it's going to be run by our own Jeffrey. So I'm going to turn it over to him.
Hi, everybody, and welcome. I am so thrilled to be playing with this stellar lineup here tonight, and I just want to have everybody go around and introduce themselves, and then we will jump right into the game. So without any further ado, my name is Jeffrey. I am a tabletop player, a tabletop GM, an artist, a voiceover actor, you name it. I probably have a pot or a pen or in something in a particular jar associated with it. And I'm going to pass it around the room. Tom, I'm going to throw it back to you.
That works. Hey, everybody. My name's Tom. I go by Bullthroat, also on the internet. I run games here with my friends on Restless Barbarian Gaming. I am a sometime author. Let's see. I have dogs. I'm a nice guy. I think that's probably about it for me for right now. And I'll turn it over to Mouse.
Oh my goodness. Hi, I'm Marissa, aka Mouse. And I'm streaming here from Massachusetts. I love Cavalier King Charles Spaniels, best dog on the world. And my favorite place in the world is Shetland. There you go. Fun facts about me.
Hello, I'm Diver. I'm going to assume I'm next here.
Yeah.
I'm an agent of chaos on Restless Barbarian Gaming. I materialize and dematerialize at seeming random, and join a number of games and maps in from others. I have enjoyed my time playing here, being an agent of chaos in various games. I know that all of you have done that too, my loyal fans and listeners out there. And I'm looking forward to playing with this group again and raising some hell. So yeah. I'm going to pass it over to well, I guess do we pass it over to the game master here, or?
Well, we have Q.
Yeah, we'll skip Jeffrey. He's not as important.
Okay.
Hey, folks, I'm Q. You know me if you've been watching Restless Barbarian for a while. I'm in a few of the games. Very happy to be back here. I'm streaming in from upstate New York. My favorite place in the world is... I don't know. I actually haven't been that many places. Honestly. So I'm going to go with upstate New York because I've been living here for 25 years and it's pretty damn awesome.
And then Taka.
Yeah, I guess that leaves me. I am Taka, aka Mighty. I am based out of the San Francisco Bay Area here in California. I have been running my own homebrew campaign, going on about 6 years now, but this is actually my first campaign with RBG, and I'm excited to be here. So thank you all for having me.
Welcome.
All right.
Welcome.
Okay.
I'm from Florida. I messed that up. But again, from Florida, so what do you expect?
And I'm living in New York, so hey, your DM's already dribbling. But without any further ado, everybody, let's launch into Vagabond. Rule number 30 of Pyrium's Guide to Practical Adventuring states there is always an inner sanctum, and that inner sanctum always has a guardian. The roar and creaking groans of metal sliding on metal grates each of your ears as you confront this iron amalgamation in front of you. It doesn't really matter at this point who set it off. All that matters is...
It wasn't me.
He said it doesn't matter.
It stands between you and your prize. Your prize that you have been traveling for the better part of a month and that you've been crawling through the bowels of a subterranean ruined temple to get to the center of.
Ugh,
That must be so dirty.
covered in grime and dirt on
Oh,
purpose.
I love it.
You look fine. You're all right.
Warming God protect us.
Marvin, you feel a whoosh as you barely duck under the swing of this animated armor-like golem. Why don't you introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about Marvin?
Hello, my name is Marvin. I am an initiate, first level of. I was a humble buff in school, and I got my first job outside as a luminary consultant. I am he's trying to hit me again. I'm a great guy, and warming God protect us.
All right, you've just barely evaded a sweeping blow. What do you choose to do?
Hide.
All right. You move to the nearest pillar. All right, there's a large rock over here in the corner, and
That will work.
You scurry around it and slide down next to a lanky, tall, very pale individual with long, pasty, unkempt hair. Rudis, as Marvin, your companion, finds the same rock that you happen to also be hiding behind, a mysterious substance in one hand, poised somewhat somewhat questioningly towards your mouth. Why don't you go ahead and introduce your character to us?
Oh, hello, Marvin. I am Rudis, Croliani of the Croliani family. It's not important. I would like to make one thing abundantly clear before we get started. I do not care one jot for you lot, beyond your ability to keep me alive and see that I get home safe. To that end, I will do my utmost to ensure your maximum utility. Thank you.
And what do you choose to do in this moment?
I will take a swig from my hip flask and casually toss a bottle of oil onto the creature.
All right. Sir Philomena, a bottle of a brackish, oily substance flies over your shoulder, nearly hitting you in the head, and smashes into this animated golem standing before you. Go ahead and introduce yourself to us and tell us what class you're playing.
Rudis, really? Rudis, I just got the dirt out of this garment. I'm playing Sir Philomena the Fastidious. And she has her loyal familiar, her Cavalier King Charles Spaniel, Finley, with her. She is she's technically a magus, but basically a knight errant with some magical abilities, who wanders about, travels in search of adventure, wants to prove her honor and her chivalry, and right all the wrongs, and save all the people.
And Sir Philomena, the armor clasps both of its hands together and raises both arms above its head, prepared to bring them down in a spine-crushing blow. What do you do in response?
I believe she will throw up her shield to brace for the blow, but also hopefully keep his attention on her so they do not pay attention to her compatriots.
All right. As you do so, the shield glances aside the mighty blow, which may have knocked you sideways had it not been for the system of plants and roots that seem to have overgrown and twisted themselves into the seams between the grooves of this armor. Nevertheless, the contact of the shield and the armor greaves creates a series of sparks which fly offward and settle onto the teal, long, wizardly robes of a glasses-adorned dwarf who stomps on the sparks with his boot and puts them out. Herrick, please introduce yourself.
Oh, bloody hell. Hello, everyone. The name is Eric Potstone. I am a dwarf wizard. Recently graduated from Hogwash Academy of Very Real Magic, where incidentally, a bit unlike Marvin, I was actually part of Griffin Paw. But what I will do as I stomp it out is I think now is the time to try something I've always wanted to do. I will cast Forge, and using that spell, I'm going to conjure up on my hand a gauntlet. Because this wizard isn't playing with regular magic tonight.
All right. And as you swing with a gauntlet, a resonant tone, almost like a bell, bongs throughout the room. And this armored golem takes a step back, almost bumping into a tall, lithe figure with long white hair, wearing fur and tanned hides, and wielding a great axe that is just as tall as they are.
Yes.
Shara,
So,
bring us home.
all right. So Shara is from a tribe of wild elves living on the borders of civilization. That was really nice for a while. They had a nice, intricate culture of their own. They had a good oral tradition. They traded with more urban centers and things like that. But one day, her village was raided, pillaged, and razed to the ground. Along with all of her friends and relatives, she was struck down herself and left for dead. When she regained consciousness in the aftermath of the attack, she woke up scarred and covered in ash, which is why she has burn scarring along the right side of her face and body, permanently disfiguring her, deeper scars of trauma within. In her loneliness and isolation and pain, she began the slow process of recovery through daily survival, but the fires of vengeance burned in her heart, affecting her magic. So she can do some magic, even though she prefers to destroy things with this axe, which is exactly what she wants to do right now. And so as this thing barrels into her, she's been coming up behind it, and she drags this giant axe along the ground. Like she's not even carrying it so much as dragging it. And then she hefts it up, and she's going to get ready to just swing and cleave into this guardian in front of us, because it's still standing, and that's a problem for her. So she's going to just kind of grunt and go, "It's time to carve you into pieces," and just bring it down on the guardian.
All right. With a sound of metal shearing metal that grates at each of your ears, there's followed by a loud thud as one of the arms of this golem falls to the ground, severed from where it was attached at the shoulder. The golem rears back and roars again. And while it appears to be a large and fearsome foe, you've all been through worse. And you taste victory
Oh, yeah.
on your tongue. and you know that once you take this thing down, it's a short stop from your prize and a slightly longer one towards a hefty payday. Let's go ahead and properly roll for initiative. Well, I would say roll for initiative if we were playing a system other than Vagabond. But what's really cool about this system is that it functions a lot how we were just playing. You guys always get to go first unless you're surprised, and unless you would like to decide a turn order. You just decide to go when you decide to go. Once you've each had a turn, it's over to the enemies.
All right.
Hooray!
Victory awaits, friends.
You want to discuss who goes first, or just whoever has an idea first goes first? Or what do you want to do?
I'll go last.
Fair enough.
I gotta be honest, Ashir is already prepping that axe for another swing. So,
Right. I lobbed oil on the thing last time, so I'm just going to throw a torch at it this time and set it on fire. So I can go anytime you want.
I do think that Herrick is going to be very eager to try out this gauntlet that he just conjured out of nothing. So take that as you will. Oh, you know what? What the hell? Well, I'm just going to go ahead and swing at it.
All right.
And I think that's going to be raw. Goodness.
Yep, you're going to use Brawl for that.
Yes. Wow. Here at the table, I almost forgot my dice. Good lord.
Now,
So
Vagabond is a roll above system. You might be
Right.
familiar with roll under systems, but the maths out to where instead of trying to roll under the number on your character sheet, you want to roll the same or higher. So the lower the number next to the skill you're trying to use, the better.
Right. Okay. So I'm rolling Brawl, which for me is an 8. Let's see here. Ooh, okay. So that is a 15.
So that will hit. You said you wanted to use a gauntlet, which
Yes, which I believe is a plus 4, or I think
it's a D4 of damage. Yes.
D4 of damage. Okay. 1 second.
And there should be a tray at the bottom right of your screen. Yep.
Oh, sure. I have my own physical dice. Would you like me to roll?
Oh, no,
on the
yeah.
screen? Okay.
Please use your whatever dice you all feel comfortable using.
Awesome. Okay. Well, that was a 1. So
Great.
Yeah.
You give it a nice rap with your knuckles. Okay. Now,
he's so proud of himself.
Anyone in there?
Now, in Vagabond, you get an action and a move, and usually you can sacrifice one or the other to take a special action. So that was your action to attack.
Okay.
Anything else you want to do on your turn?
I'm not sure what exactly counts as a special action, but I don't think I think that Herrick is still kind of riding on the adrenaline of all of this, and so I don't think he's ready to move away just yet. Really quickly.
Mm-hmm. And
Yes.
usually your character abilities, the ones granted by your class, will specify you can do this thing instead of moving.
Oh, I see. I don't believe I have anything like that, so I think that's just going to be my turn.
Great. Okay. And if you want, we could try popcorn style. So if somebody wants to go, they can just chime in, or if you want to be the one to throw it over to another companion of yours.
I'll go. I don't mind.
All right.
So I have a special abilities that says I can forego my move. I can skip my move to learn if any magic is currently affecting a target.
Yes.
So I would like to try doing that.
All righty. That would be your esoteric eye ability. Yes. So you tap into your esoteric eye, and you... Well, what would it look like if we were to watch this?
I think she has like an old school little like little, what do they call those? The little round eyeglass, like
A monocle.
a monocle. Thank you.
Mm.
And she just sort of like looks in and like tries to really just assess the details on this massive construct. And
Leaning
it
in.
glows, but it glows with magic when she does it.
I like that. So, almost like an X-ray detective vision using this monocle,
Yeah.
a truth seeker. You do see that the golem itself does not seem to be magical, but you see that there is a network almost mimicking a nervous system with capillaries made up of these roots and vines and tree boughs that are giving off a magical signature. And you realize it's not the armor that is moving itself, it's these plants that are moving the armor.
Ah. Okay. In that case, she's going to be like, interesting. Well, I think it's time that we maybe sever his connection to these she yells out to everyone, go for the vines, go for the vines. And she's gonna just take her sword and try to just like lop him off right at the ankles to try to disconnect him from the roots.
All right. And I forgot to mention this. This is all us learning the mechanics for the first time. But Herrick, I am sorry, I should have granted you favor on your turn because technically there are flanking rules. So,
right.
Okay.
Sir Philomena, it doesn't matter for you because you were able to hit. But favor and hinder work a lot like advantage and disadvantage. You roll a d6 and either add or subtract depending on if it's a favor or a hinder. So, Sir Philomena, go ahead and make your roll with favor to attack.
How do I?
If you look at your character sheet, there is just under your character portrait on the left. There is a six-sided die that says
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well. So then. So now I get mini die.
Yeah, so that'll definitely hit.
Awesome.
That was well above. So, you hit for another 1 point of damage. You shear off, since you rolled so well, you do shear off the lower part of its bottom greave, and the foot clatters to the floor, and the figure stumbles, losing its balance before roots pulse out of the now open part of the greave and act as a place for it to gain traction, and it stands up on itself again.
Oh, curses.
As it's standing up, like an executioner's axe, honestly. The two-handed axe is up in the air and coming down on top of this thing as it tries to right itself. I already rolled ahead and I got a 20. So
And that's a 20?
Yeah. So that's up there with my great axe attack. That's right above the longsword attack there in the chat. You can see that for 13 damage, which is considerable. Plus, it looks like plus the 7 there. So it's ugly, is what it is. Like this thing is attempting to stand, and she is literally carving it right down the center. Like she heard before the swing came down to go for its feet, but Ashira is just coming right down from overhead, like a knight of old holding the sword up this way, that kind of hawk stance, and just bring it right down. Yeah.
Great. So you rolled a crit, which when you're attacking or casting, you gain a benefit. So I believe that means in addition to your normal damage, you deal damage to the target equal to the stat used.
It's incredible. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
So-
there it is. It's like a 13 total there. So 6 plus 7, like, yeah.
Awesome. So you were aiming for this thing's neck, like executioner style?
Basically,
Okay.
yeah.
The head lops off and clangs and rolls, and a few pieces of plant mass within it wither and then collapse. This thing now stands up, and there are tree parts, vines and boughs lashing, almost looking like spraying blood out of its neck. It is not looking great, but it is still up.
All right. Well, if Marvin's going last, I guess that makes me next.
Mm-hmm.
Fire incoming. I will toss a torch onto the oil. Now, the oil will only cover, like, it'll completely cover a medium creature. I'm assuming this is a large creature, so it's not going to cover the whole thing.
Okay.
But light it on fire, and I had it, but for some reason, Foundry reset, and I lost the thing I had open for the oil. Hang on a sec.
Oh, it
think
should be
it's-
under items.
Yeah, I got it right here. There it is. Okay, causes burning. So CD6.
Okay.
And for those of you who are wondering what I mean by CD6, that's a countdown die. So I
It
roll
is
a
a
D6.
countdown.
If it comes up 1, it decrements to D4,
Mhm.
and then becomes a CD4. So I will roll a D6.
And I will create a countdown type for you.
What did I get? 3. So it's on fire, or at least part of it.
All right.
And then for my move, I'm going to skip my move, use my special ability to then do a use instead to craft a new bottle of oil.
Okay. Amazing.
Now, perhaps unknown. I don't know how well this party knows each other, but I know they're all here for the relic that they're going to get a massive payday for. But I don't know how long they've been adventuring together, so I don't know how much they've managed to pry out of Ashira. But she's going to take a step back with this thing lighting up like a torch because she's still got a lot of trauma from
Right.
Yeah, so she's gonna back up and basically, step away from this thing as it starts to go up in flames.
Why you got a friendly warning of incoming
Right,
fire.
exactly. Yeah,
But
Amazing.
hopefully the fire will be closer to Twinkle Toes, Philomena,
right.
than Ashira.
Toes?
That might be a nickname that sticks from Rudis. All right, and that brings us over to Marvin.
Marvin is a cleric in training, and really, there's nothing he can do at the moment. He really has no offensive capability, and he is going to stay to the back until he needs to heal something. Although he does have an ability to speak with different targets. Don't know when that'll come into play. He can create light, and he can fade away. So he's gonna just hide behind the rock for right now. So,
very comfortable behind that rock. Yeah.
yes, exactly.
Don't worry, Marvin. You're offensive enough as you are.
So, fun thing about the magic system in Vagabond, every spell it has those that have damage always do a flat d6. Not every spell does damage, but instead of spell slots, you have a pool of limited mana which you can use to shape your spell. You want a fireball? You can create a sphere. If you want a firebolt, you can just shoot it as a cantrip. It's completely flexible and up to you. And what's really fun is that a lot of spells that we're used to, like Light in D&D, that is only an effect and not a damage spell, in Vagabond, you have your choice. You can cast it as an effect and create a ball of light, or you can use it for fire damage and do damage. Or if you burn mana, you can do both. Knowing with that in mind, does Marvin change anything about his previous actions or keep it the same?
Keep it the same. Yep.
All right, wonderful. Now, that's everybody's turn, so we're going to turn it over to the golem. As the GM, I do not roll anything. I just kind of decide as things go. Now, for conditions, I believe I am burning. So, this golem rears up on fire, and you all hear a screeching sound that sounds less like metal on metal and more like some kind of creature. And the flames get inside and light this creature, the roots and the plant life within on fire, burning it for 6 points of damage. And
It's super effective.
it is super effective. Since it's vulnerable, yeah. Great. So with that, the fire consumes this thing entirely, and there's one last horrible screech as it collapses and lays inert as all of the plant life inside it burns away to a crisp. Da 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 da. I probably shouldn't complete that. Copyright. Anyway,
That's all right. If you sing it slightly wrong, it's okay.
Right.
there we go. All right.
Well, that was more
Congratulations.
effective than I expected.
Well done, Rudis. Well done.
Thank you.
And now, with the golem out of the way, the door to the right of the room that we are looking at beckons invitingly.
So Ashira is going to give our golem a wide berth here. The remains of it, the ruins of it, because I imagine given that the oil was the reason it was on fire for a number of turns, it's probably still burning on some level. And so yeah, gonna go around it. But you can see if you're paying attention to her that Ashira is kind of looking at it like with eyes that would say, if she spoke, that she wants to sell its parts for scrap. Like basically, she can see there's a little money to be made off of whatever this golem was made out of. There would be plenty of people who'd be willing to take some of that metal and put it to good use somewhere else. So, but she's going to have to wait until the fire goes out. So yeah.
Jeff, really quickly, you said that there was armor that this golem was wearing. Is that correct?
Yeah, the whole thing was like sort of the whole thing itself was almost like an animated armor. So it was hollow on the inside and had like a breastplate and these grooves and greaves. They look very old.
I think as the group begins to make their way over to this bridge, Herrick is going to linger just a little, and maybe try and inspect the armor, as he's just fascinated by something that looks this old and ancient, and see if he can maybe decipher its make or its filigree or anything about where it might have come from.
Great. So I would say your choice. You can roll an Arcana if you want to go the magic route, or you could roll a Detect if you want to lean on your dwarven expertise and the physicality of what's in front of you.
I would love to do Detect, but I think given his background and his education, he'd probably get more out of rolling Arcana, so I will do that. And that is going to be a 17, and I had to beat a 6.
Great, so that's a success. And what was it you were trying to discern? Specifically?
So it's interesting because Herrick tries to be as connected to his dwarven heritage as possible, but I think more so because there is so much disconnect from it, as he didn't grow up in a dwarven household. So I think he wants to use what knowledge he can, in an like given his arcana sense, to basically divine or figure out like where this armor may have come from, or if it does have any magical properties, or like if perhaps the armor itself was of some sort of like dwarven forge.
Okay. I can tell you some things because you rolled a success. So
Sure.
this is probably the equivalent of 500 years old in terms of the setting that you're in, the architecture around it, and the make of this being. It's very crudely made, and it seems to be of a very dense metal. It's certainly not intricate. It was meant to fulfill a need or a purpose or serve as some kind of decoration. You do find that there are runes just almost scuffed out to non-existence. They are so worn. But there are a series of arcane glyphs inlaid on the inside of the armor that would indicate that it was meant to be animated and used as a guardian. That magic has long since faded.
Okay. So do the glyphs, I don't know if I can tell this, but do the glyphs look like they were adhered to the armor at the same time of its crafting, or would they have been like imbued upon the armor at a later time? Like, do they look as old as the armor itself?
I would say your training and education would have used this type of forge and arcana as an example of a much more modern use today, and this would have been kind of one of the earlier stepping stones.
Okay.
Initially, there were more basic forms of the same creature, things like mud, and that was more of a, as you make it, inscribe it with the magic as you go. As it turned to iron and things that had to be forged, you would typically outsource that to somebody who would forge and create the armor, and then you would have a magic practitioner then come in and assign the runes to give it a specific purpose, so that it would be a two-part process.
Okay, got it. His eyes are just glittering as he like takes it all in, and he's just like reveling in being out in the field. It's like, oh, fucking fascinating. And then he'll just like, after a moment, he kind of has to pry himself away and like catch up with the others.
All right. And the others are... Oh, I just saw your message. Let's see. Individual. I think, Mouse, maybe you have to hit escape or click one of the other tools and then click back to token controls.
Mhm.
No, escape made my character sheet go away.
Does clicking on the map outside of a token deselect both of them?
Well, I seem to have restarted the application, and then that did it. So there you go.
Well, yeah.
Oh, hey.
Okay.
I was trying to do it through chat so I wouldn't interrupt.
Yeah, just nuke it.
No worries. It would take me a lot longer to respond via chat, so I don't mind.
Have you tried turning it off and on again?
As you all enter through the door, you are greeted with a blast of cold air as you step onto a walkway. To your left, it slopes down on carved rock to meet a subterranean river that flows underneath another structure that sits above at the top of a set of stone stairs. As you climb and push open the doors into this room, you realize it is a burial chamber. This must be the inner sanctum. And next to a statue of a winged, angelic-looking creature on two pedestals are two identical-looking Philosopher stones. The prize.
Sing.
This is a great puzzle. I know it. You have to select the right Grail tier.
Interesting. All right. I would like to examine the stones. See if we can determine. Look as close as possible. See if we can figure out which one's the fake, or if they're both fakes.
All right, go ahead and your choice again. I'll give you Arcana or Detect.
I'll look at it via Arcana. Fail. I rolled a 1.
Okay.
So yes, the one on the left.
No.
Is that another fail?
No, Marvin passed.
I rolled for Marvin and I passed.
Oh, okay. So Rudis points to the one on the left, and Marvin immediately points to the one on the right.
Clearly, it's the one on the
Wait.
right.
Wait. Hold it, because might have something here. Herrick is going to reach into his satchel and he's going to pull out a small, shiny red stone that actually looks very similar to the two of these stones that are sitting here.
Wait a moment. You already have one? Why are you here?
You get one at graduation from Hogwash.
No. This is
Why did we come all this way if you already have one?
because listen, this is just a little pretty red stone. It's the first thing that I ever carved. I'm very proud of it, but it's a fake. All right, it's a fake.
Wow.
I don't like admitting it. I'd like to do better, but here we are.
Ashira's
see.
not angry. She's just disappointed.
I think you'll be using a bit of sympathetic magic, I suppose.
Oh, actually, I was more just wondering if maybe I might be able to compare this against the two stones here. Jeff, what I'd like to do is I'd like to inspect, hopefully, both of these stones using the stone here that I already have that has a lot of sentimental value to me, and I'm very, very familiar with it. And I actually want to see if I can compare it against either of these two stones and see if perhaps it's possible to tell which one is the fake by comparing them against the one I already have.
Your fake one.
My fake one, yes.
Okay. So go ahead and whoops, that's me.
And you're burning.
Go ahead and make a detect check.
Okay. Oh boy, here we go. Ooh, that's a natty one.
Okay. You also, as you start to walk forward, your hand slips, and it's like a hot potato. 1 hand, 2 hand, 3 hand, and unfortunately, it tumbles beyond your grip and it shatters onto the floor.
Oh no!
What have you done?
He just stands there and stares.
Just distraught.
Wait, did you destroy the thing that you carved, or one of the
There, Herrick. It'll be all right. You can make another one.
It was the thing that he carved.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Oh, well. Okay, look, if you boys are quite done.
We can.
He's gonna take a few steps back.
Philomena's gonna walk up. She's gonna still take her monocle out, even though she's not gonna she's not using her esoteric eye in this case because I don't think it works that way. But she's gonna take it out anyway and use it just as an actual monocle.
Because it looks cool.
And because it can do both. And yeah, and she's gonna be, let me have a look.
Make a detect check.
Okay. Oh my goodness!
We all suck.
We're so bad.
These are skills we're actually good at.
Yeah, I know. Right? Like, I have a good detect, but yeah, she's like, well, honestly, they just look the same to me. I don't understand.
You do notice that, Marvin, you've been standing by the one on the right. I don't know how you feel personally, and I'm not going to tell you about the rest of your companions continuing to look into this, but you are very certain it's the one on the right. You do note that the one on the right has a lot of plant life. There's some roots and vines and thorns and brambles that have pushed their way up into the right-hand side of this sanctum, and they are curled almost as if reaching for the one on the right.
Clearly, you can tell. Look at the way the plants are gathered around, like they're reaching towards this one. I don't know if they're guarding it or if they're reaching towards it, but this one is the right one.
No. The magical field of this one is inhibiting the plant growth. Don't you understand?
No, I don't understand. I'm saying it's the one on the right.
And I believe it is the one on... Why don't we just take them both and let the person who hired us figure it out?
Meanwhile,
Well,
Ashir is leaning up against the grave or the tomb or whatever it is here, like this structure in the middle, and she's just pinching the bridge of her nose. Like she just can't with this group.
On three, Marvin. You grab yours, I'll grab mine, and then we'll just leave.
Well, wait.
He's not
I think
touched.
perhaps we should maybe have a look around before you go touching things.
Yes, I agree. And Marvin's, he's gonna start to wander around, checking things out.
Okay.
So none of you have any real idea.
I think it's the one on the right, but if you want to just bash it with a stick, go ahead. See what happens.
I mean, that would be a sufficient examination of the item.
She begins to heft the axe up.
Perhaps they're both fake, and we're meant to search. What is that thing you're sitting on?
It is a crypt.
Yeah, she's just leaning up against it. I don't know how high it comes, but she's got her butt against it, basically.
Let's have a look at the crypt.
It definitely is.
Inside.
It has a door in it that is tall enough to admit all of you.
Oh, okay. Well, then she's just leaning up against it.
Well, it doesn't have a door per se. It is like a big...
Yeah.
So it's got a body on the inside, and it has a big stone lid on top of it.
But it's pretty tall.
It's pretty tall.
The height of it is, say, how many feet?
It is about 4 foot tall in the air.
Yeah. Okay.
Looks big, important.
Big enough to slide a good coffin or sarcophagus into, but not big enough for Spike to live in.
Right.
Yes, so see if you can open that thing. That could be where it's hiding. These are obviously both fakes. I'm convinced now.
It's a very bad idea to disturb the dead.
Sure,
I'm just saying.
back to pinching her nose. Like she can't.
Those who live in the light of the warming god do not desecrate or go near and touch things of the darkness of the dead. I'm just saying. I learned that in my 4th year.
I see. I suppose that's a good rule of thumb to live by. But for today, we'll just stick a torch in there. There will be no darkness.
All right, Rudith, it's your answer to everything. Just stick a torch into it.
Perhaps later tonight we can discuss that.
That's a great question. Why is your answer fire every single time?
It's not always fire. Sometimes holy water is useful, although that does burn the undead. So I see a point.
Sir Philomena, you hear a bit of a rocking sound, and you look down to see Finley is sniffing eagerly, paws up on the pedestal, the one on the right.
Finley seems to prefer this one, so I think we should. I think we should listen to him. Yeah.
Has your beast found a good pissing point?
How incredibly rude.
But no, it's just that I need to go.
Recognizing that two people have said on the left and two people said on the right, it's going to come down to her to make the decision. Ashira's just going to grab the one on the right there. Just reach in, pick it up.
As you do so, you reach out, place your hand on top of it. It is warm to the touch, and with a sudden movement, you lift it up off the pedestal. And you wait. And nothing happens. And then as soon as you let your breath out, a big rumbling shakes the whole room. And before you can catch your footing, the whole thing slides at a terrifying angle towards the right, and you all slam to the ground and slide off to the side, and the whole thing seems to slide off the mountain face. And the last thing that you all note is the sound of rocks crumbling as everything goes dark.
Oh dear.
And I think that's a good place to take a break.
All right. Just as a just in case thing, I will make a grab for the left hand stone on the way as I fall.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make a grab
I
for
was also
Finley.
I was also gonna say if I'm sliding to the right, then I'm wondering if I might actually be able to like brace myself against the side of the sarcophagus.
Right? Yeah, you
here.
totally.
Yeah.
And
Or
it's 4
slam
feet-
head first
it's
into
4
it.
feet in the- it's 4 feet in the air. That's roughly like the height that Herrick actually is.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. Rudis, why don't you go ahead and make me a finesse check, just to see if you can
Alright.
grab this thing as you slide by it, because it's also
Fail.
because it also has been knocked off its pedestal. As you reach out for it, you see a large piece of stone crushes it just inches away from your finger that's already missing a pinky.
That's two
All
crushed stones now. Fortunately, the one I grabbed, I stuffed into my backpack. It's fine.
Damn it, Lava was right again.
Alrighty, and that'll give us a chance to ask questions, stretch our legs a bit. If y'all want some water or something, this would be a good time to do that. We can just chance amongst ourselves.
Anybody else need to walk a dogs?
Yeah, I can let mine out. Actually, that'd be very helpful. Thank you.
There we go. Finley could use a break too.
Damn, Finley peed on that rock and everything fell apart. Well, I was not expecting the whole room to collapse when we touched the thing.
All right. I actually, I'll wait until we start back up again, but I do have kind of a last minute request as we transition into the next part.
Yes.
Would you like me to run it by you now?
Oh, you meant when we start back up?
Like,
Up to you.
yeah.
Oh, well.
Yeah. I don't mind either which way. I'm gonna use the restroom and I'll be right back.
Okay, yeah. Sure.
I will too then. You're
All
right.
All right.
Yeah, BRB.
Here we are. Here we all go. All right.
Yes. We'll fix it in post.
Okay, sorry about that, loyal viewers. Everyone will be back in a moment. Let us know in the comments. Was that weird? Was that awfully weird and awkward? Everybody left it for a minute or two? I don't know. If we were editing these, we could just skip that part out, but we don't edit stuff. It just goes straight from the stream into the YouTube. All right. Excellent. All right, so how are we going to get ourselves out of this one?
Well, it depends on how deeply we're buried. Is
Right? How badly are we screwed?
yeah.
All right.
I
I'm
know
back.
I know that
Did I-
Ashira is going to say first thing. It's like, I thought you said it was the right one.
Well, yeah, the other one was crushed by a stone, so I assume it was the fake.
What we neglected to do clearly was replace the stone with a bag of sand in actual Indiana Jones style. That's clearly what went wrong here.
Truly.
Honestly, you know what I should have done? We should have replaced one of the stones with the one that was in my bag.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like it should have been, yeah.
Well, had you not broken it,
Sorry, I had to honor the nat ones.
The dice tell a story. Sometimes it's an abominable story, but it is a story nonetheless.
sometimes you have to kill your darlings.
Oh, goodness.
All right, somebody tell a joke.
Tell a joke. I don't know jokes.
Kill the time
Oh,
until Tim gets back.
I got one.
No. Oh, no.
What's the difference between swine flu and bird flu?
No clue.
Pigs and birds?
You're on the right track. For one, you need ointment. For the other,
no.
you need
Oh,
Tweetsman.
no.
I already did the rocks fall, everybody dies bit, so we can't do it again.
Wow.
Well, I guess I can take this moment to take some notes.
So that somebody can pick them up off your dead body later?
Right.
Yeah. We killed the golem.
3. We are still
Found the
buried.
stone.
Assyria has eaten one of my companions.
I fear that I am next. I've been rubbing myself liberally with this green compound I found on the rocks.
Oh, Rudis, just please don't talk about rubbing yourself.
Liberally.
Where'd Tom go?
All right. Are we all back?
Marvin's
There he
back.
All righty. Are we ready to move on to the next part?
Yes.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Really quickly.
Oh, yes.
As we transition to this next part, so Herrick is trying to, number one, catch himself against the side of this tomb
Crypt,
mausoleum to get to hopefully buy himself at least a few more seconds, if not more. Provided he's able to do that, as everything begins to like slide and fall away, I would like to look across to the statue, and I want to see if I can catch sight of the stone that was left.
Oh, if you'd like, you can make I think that would probably be It sounds like you're just using brute force, so I would say brawl.
Sure. And what is the brawl for?
Because you're trying to steady yourself on it, right?
Oh yeah.
It's a use of physical might, and it's basically the athletic skill.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see here.
And you are pretty beefy.
Wait a minute. Is that? That's a 2.
Okay. You grip onto the side, but unfortunately it's the lid in your scramble. So you go flying forward, and whatever is inside the crypt also joins you on your fall forward.
Grand Uncle George.
And
What?
a threadbare spider webby, that's all the just threads remain of this skeleton, kind of go and then smash into you, and as everything falls, it powders into dust and it flies up in your face. Very gross.
Popeye!
as I'm tumbling through the air, I'm like, oh fucking look out below.
And it is a little bit until you all begin to come to. And it's the water running that you hear first.
That wakes me up because now I gotta pee.
Yeah. Rudis may have already relieved himself under the wreckage that he's under. Somehow, miraculously, you are all unscathed. That as your eyes open, you see a massive rock slide behind you, the remnants of where you were previously. And as your eyes trail upward 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 feet, you see the beginnings of this huge rock slide, of which is the return trip is beyond question. There's no way you can go back the way that you came in. And as you look up, you realize that you are now in a cavern, which is immediately odd because as you look out and beyond, you see that you are also in a forest. You are in a subterranean grove.
Okay. Must be a light source. Trees are growing. How bright is it?
It is pretty dark.
Okay, Marvin's gonna cast light to just give them a place to start with. So
Great. Ashera, as Marvin's light takes hold, you see that resting in your palm is the light catches the polished red surface of the stone that you managed to catch. And if you check your inventory, you will see that there is a Philosopher stone.
Okay.
All right. Good work, Ashira. Well done.
She's going to nod.
no need to worry, fellows. We'll find our way out of here.
Herrick just looks sort of regretfully at the stone in Rudis' hand.
As you all gather yourselves, you are on a cliff face overlooking a river. You see a waterfall to your left, and you recognize that it is from the stream that you encountered up above. However, something odd happens. The water color changes drastically once it hits the floor of the cavern, turning a almost chlorophyll green. You see a lot of familiar plant life down here, but there's there's a few very strange, exotic-looking plants, especially one large one opposite the bank that you are on, that every once in a while will erupt and spit out a large green blob, which once it hits the surface will turn into what looks like a giant lily pad and then float gently downstream.
Ashira's going to turn around to Marvin and go, "You know this place?"
You're muted, Tom.
Sorry. I do not, but let me take a look and see if I can find anything that I have studied before.
It's just you said, don't worry, we'll find our way out of here, like you knew this place. So I
Well,
assume that you did. Yeah.
well, we're all working as a team, and if we work together as a team, we'll find our way out of here. I have faith in my fellow adventurers and in the worming god up above.
While he's talking, she's going to look around and see if there's any way to maybe make a determination about which way to go here.
There is a natural slope to your right that descends downward.
Yeah.
Clearly, if we follow the river, we'll at least find its exit.
Indeed, that sounds like a great idea.
Everybody make me a detect check, if you would, please.
Certainly, sir. Oh, I passed.
Okay.
I think we all passed.
Yeah.
No, it's like Marvin.
No.
Marvin.
Not me.
So maybe it's because Marvin has the light source,
Yeah.
and maybe it's because Herrick is in front. But Rudis, Sir Philomena, and Ashera, you see that something is a little bit off about your companions now that they are exposed to light. Maybe it's the reflection from the water, but everybody has kind of a bit of a sickly green glow about them.
Oh, fuck.
Oh
Green
no,
glow.
it's like green?
And as you check your own skin tone, you see that it also seems to give off a very pale tinge of green.
Ooh,
What? What's wrong?
we haven't
Marvin.
even drunk from the river yet.
Why am I green?
Can I do a medicine check?
Yeah, certainly.
Okay. Let me take a look at you. The closest person who looks green.
Okay. With the medicine check, you see, Marvin, there's a couple of distressing signs. This looks almost like a mild,
Oh dear.
cold.
Oh.
You see that there is a slight pupillation of the eyes. You sense there's a slight abnormality in the breath, almost as if struggling for air. And as you note this fact, you do realize that the air is rather thick in here. And as you look back towards your light, you recognize that there's a lot of floating motes that are catching the rays of your light. And you realize there is what you guess to be spores or some sort of plant life that the air is actually thick with.
Careful. We could be breathing in spores that are in the air, and he's going to try to point them out to people, like holding the light and trying to show them to people. Cover your mouths.
Philomena's gonna take a handkerchief out of
Yeah.
her backpack and
Yeah.
tie it around so it covers her nose and mouth.
Ashira's just going to tear a piece off of her midriff here and
Yeah, I don't have any hankies. Wait, what's Marvin wearing?
Marvin has just robes, so he's probably going to just pull his robe up over his mouth.
Yeah. I'm gonna rip off a bit of Marvin's hem.
That is a
yeah.
sacred robe given to me.
I'm
Very well,
going to
very
give you
well.
another.
Very well.
Herrick is wearing his green scarf that he's gonna pull up over his over the bottom half of his face.
That's already green. You're not even gonna be able to tell if it's helping.
Well,
She pulls a
thank you
second
very.
handkerchief out
Well,
and
thank you.
covers Finley's little snout.
Well, thank you so much for giving me one more thing to worry about.
Interestingly, Finley looks to have the normal skin tone. Well, I mean, he is a dog, so he's got fur.
The normal fur tone.
So, Finley will happily sit, tail wagging, as you administer the handkerchief.
Why is your dog not green?
I don't know. He is a superior race, so perhaps. Also, he's magical, so there could be that too. Yes, I know, Finley. You're perfect.
He licks your cheek.
Well, I guess we better get out of here then, because clearly this place isn't good for us.
Yeah, so let's make haste. Downriver.
I'm dragging Rudis along, apparently.
I'm noticing that.
Yeah,
I don't know why that's happening. As you move down the embankment, it opens up, and you see ahead of you there is a large, dead tree that sprawls upward, at the base of which the ground itself seems to be dried. The loam that you walk on seems to have given way to rocky cave floor. And indeed, there's another smaller tree in front of this dead one, under which seems to be a page with writing on it.
A page.
Ooh, is that a book?
Not a whole book, just a page.
Just a page.
All right,
Herrick's
very
gonna move
Someone read the
forward.
page.
Herrick's gonna move forward and check out this page.
All right. Now I'm gonna.
Don't
Now-
break it like you did the stone.
And it reads, I prepared explosive runes today.
As you say that, Herrick's lower lip just quivers a little bit.
Aw.
You take up the page, and it seems to be part of a journal or perhaps a diary. And on this excerpt, you read, Talig is dead. He drank the water. Said he couldn't take the thirst anymore. Then he bloomed. Vines, limbs, and boughs sprang from within tendons, flesh, and bone. His screams still haunt my ears. He's rooted by the river, or what's left of him. Thought I heard some moaning from within the bark, but perhaps it's delirium brought on by dehydration. Carla says we need to get out, that the air in here is necessary to the growth of what's inside us. She thinks fresh air should starve it. I pray to the gods she's right.
Herrick's really quickly gonna look down concerned, like, at his own body, and he just, like, under his breath just says, inside of us? All right. Well, once upon a time, there was a man named Talig, and he drank the water and he died. And he became a plant man. And I'm basically going to relay the contents of this journal to the rest of the group.
Well, now, that's not good.
Is he technically dead, though, if he became a plant man?
I don't know. Do you want to test that out?
Well, details.
Maybe you should have the dog drink the water and see what happens.
No.
Over my dead body?
Perhaps we should move along. Get out of here sooner rather than later.
Yes.
Yes, I think the quicker we're out of here, the better.
Now, if you stand by the tree, you will see that there seem to be two main routes available to you. To your left is the river, and if you, Marvin, if you cast your light high enough, you think you see the outline of a structure far off in the distance to your left. You will have to find a way to cross the river. To your right is a massive mass of gigantic, we're talking like Sleeping Beauty at the end where Maleficent covers the castle in thorns, brambles. It looks formidable, but you think with some tool, and creativity, and some elbow grease, you might be able to forge a path through it.
There's always fire.
There is always fire with you.
As long as it's a controlled burn, returning in April. So.
You do also note that there are a slow, steady stream of these lily pads that are floating lazily by in the river, brushing up against the shore every once in a while.
Bring your dog over here. Let's see what
I
happens.
was just about to ask if we had like a stick or something we could throw onto one of the lily pads to see if it, like how sturdy, there's a way to test how much weight they could hold.
Let's try it.
Not with my dog.
Try a rock.
As you approach, oh, sorry.
I was gonna say, are there any sticks laying around? No.
Oh, there's plenty of sticks. There's sticks, rocks, foliage. This is equal parts cave, but mostly forest.
Yeah, I think
Let's try something
probably a
heavier
stick.
than a stick. Let's try like a rock and see
Yeah. Okay.
if it sinks the lily pad or not.
If it sinks the
Marvin.
lily pad, then the dog is a witch. So.
All right. So who's throwing this rock?
Dog is obviously a witch.
I don't know.
I throw the rock.
Okay. You toss a sizable rock onto the lily pad, and though where the impact of the rock is bobs slightly, the lily pad itself does not even seem to sink in the slightest. It seems very sturdy. Marvin, as you walk along the side, your eye strays to the left to catch what looks to be another crumpled piece of paper with writing on it to your left.
Quick, before Herrick sees it.
I will. He will stop to pick it up and examine it.
All right.
So,
Examine it.
exactly.
This one reads, "The rear entrance was supposed to be here. We've searched for the inner sanctum and it just doesn't exist." Then you see a series of notes, ramblings, and equations. Then, after studying the sediment, I've come to the only logical conclusion. The rest of the temple must not have sunk as deeply. Zane lost his mind entirely and lashed out at us in frustration. Talek managed to wound him, and the coward limped off into the brambles. I hope the bastard rots in there, but I can't help but think from time to time that I see a hulking figure moving amongst the thorns. Looks like Zane, but much bigger. I could barely think I'm so thirsty. I fear I may have doomed us all.
He will repeat the message to the group, and then when he gets to the part about the something moving around in the brambles, we'll just kind of guide his light towards that area to kind of reinforce. Hey, there might be something lurking around there. And kind of just get a little bit closer.
As you get closer,
Oh boy.
make a detect check.
What are you looking at over there, Marvin?
And you can do it with
Don't wander
favor.
off, Marvin.
Oh, I'm sorry. I got a 19, so do I need to roll
No,
again?
if that's a
No.
success, then yeah.
Yep. Okay.
Cool. No favor needed. Something chills you to the bone, Marvin. Maybe it's what you just read and your eyes are playing tricks on you, but you're almost certain that rather than hearing something, you sense a deep rumbling that reverberates in the core of your torso, and you swear you see one of these gigantic brambles shift and move.
Oh god.
There. You see it? Something is coming from the bramble.
Where?
And he'll shine his light the direction he thinks it's coming from. There, you see.
But show me, Marvin. Get in front of me.
I'd like to use a detect or make a detect check just to try to see what Marvin's seeing here.
Sure. Anybody else who would like to can, and you can do so with favor.
She's like, I don't see anything.
Your face.
Yeah. On your sheet,
I'll
you can
try.
click on the favor. Okay.
Mhm. Or if you want to dive, if you want to roll
yeah.
a d6 and just add that to your 4, just in
Yeah.
case. I don't know if it'll make the difference or not, but it might.
We'll see. Nope.
No, okay. So, Ashera, you're not quite seeing it, but Rudis, you have an eye for detail, and you do see that something is moving far off into the brambles. It does not seem to be heading in your direction, but yep, you see what Marvin is pointing out.
Okay.
So perhaps not go that way.
All right, let's
I'm
try to be
wondering
smart about this.
Right.
I'm
There's
wondering
somebody's living in here.
as the lily pads float, if we could catch them and then actually like lash them together and make a bridge.
Oh, okay.
I might have just the thing for that. What I'd like to try and do actually is cast sprouts.
Mm-hmm.
And if I can create a vine from like the edge of, say, like this, this cliff or rock that we're on now,
Mm-hmm.
to try and catch the next lily pad that tries to float by to basically tether it in place. I'd love to try and do that.
Sure. Go ahead and now this is a sprout spell.
Yeah. And I'm still kind of, and forgive me, I'm still kind of trying to learn like how much mana is required for, like each type of spell. And
Certainly.
and all that.
So, I would say that you're trying to, you want the end of the lash to be where you guys are on the shore, and then you want the other end of it to attach to this lily pad, or are you trying to? Yeah.
Correct.
Okay.
I think that's going to be the most effective and hopefully least costly for us.
Okay. So I would say that would be line. You want to use the line delivery, which is 2 mana, and that gives you 30 feet. That should definitely be enough.
Okay.
From where you are right
Awesome.
now.
Sounds good.
So make that magic check,
Okay.
which for you is mysticism, I believe.
Right. So I did just roll, and I think I rolled pretty high. Let me double check that.
Oh, it's Arcana for you.
Oh,
My
it's
bad.
Arcana. Oh yeah. I'm good. That was a 17 that I just rolled.
Oh yeah. So how does it look when you cast this sprout spell? Paint us a picture with words.
So essentially, I'm trying to. Herrick's magic is always trying to be like practical in using the world around him. He's very in touch, specifically with rock, but in adjacent to that, also with nature. So what he's actually trying to do is he's trying to cast it on a specific spot where we are all currently clumped together. And I think what he's going to try and do is he's going to use like the flora that's around him to basically elongate and grow, like a particular vine that he might see growing off the side of this like little cliff face, and basically just have it extend and grow and become bigger and longer, so that it will essentially tether them on one side and then grow and basically like attach itself, like twist itself in a knot around the edge of this one lily pad. The vine itself isn't necessarily big enough to be like a full bridge. People could, I think, potentially try and like balance off of it. But what we could also do, hopefully, is then be able to use that vine to be able to like pull it closer, so that people can safely board onto the lily pad, and then help it to kind of naturally like float back across and hopefully get us to the other side.
Okay. What's really cool is that the delivery specifies that a line is 5 foot wide, so that is just enough to maybe not walk confidently across, but you're not doing a tightrope walk either. So, with that, I would say that you are able to essentially create a stopgap.
Yeah.
And as the lily pads build up, they kind of settle until there is a suitable, sizable lily pad bridge ahead of you.
Well done.
Hogwash might have been a lot of hogwash, but I guess it counted for something in the end.
All right. Oh, sure. Okay. You go
That's a
first then.
great idea.
All right. Ashera looks like she is first across.
All right. Come along, Finley.
All right, so we can just walk safely across this, you're saying?
Yeah.
Sweet. Well
As
done.
you walk, it's a little bit like if you guys have ever stepped on like a big floaty or something, like a big like inflatable on a pool surface, or like you should never ever ever do this. It's very dangerous. But if you ever walked on like a pool cover,
Yeah.
But it's much safer than a pool cover, which is very dangerous to do. But it dips below and maybe your feet get a little soggy, but ultimately it does hold and it is delightfully springy to walk across. And I would say, I would rule that you can just focus on this spell for long enough to everybody to make their way across. It doesn't cost mana to focus it on it unless it's an unwilling target. Once you are all across, Herrick, do you try to keep this bridge intact, or do you release your focus on the spell?
I look around to the rest of the group and say, I assume we're not going to be trying to go back across that thing, right?
Hopefully
dear
not.
Lord,
Well,
I hope not.
I don't know that we can really say that for certain, but yeah, I think
Well,
we
the
don't
main-
want anything to follow us across it.
Fair point. In that case, I will drop focus and let go of the vine.
All right, the vine retracts, and the now the floating downstream barge party of lily pads will now float as a group downstream. All right.
Well done, well done.
You now stand on the opposite bank, of which there are 3 directions available to you. You can head towards the structure in the distance. You can head right and walk uphill towards an embankment, which would probably give you a much better vantage point of your surroundings. Or you could head left and see if there's anything else to do on this pathway. So left, right, or forward.
I like the idea of getting a vantage point.
I do
I'm
too.
doing what now?
Getting a vantage point.
Yeah.
No idea.
I
I was
agree.
thinking the same thing. Yeah, let's see if we can get up high and see if we can see. Although it's so damn dark, vantage point's not that useful. Now, give it a shot.
And I'll say that it's been 10 minutes or so at this point, so I will keep
Now,
track of that.
how does this vantage point look? Is this like a hill or a slope, or what is it?
It is a hill. As you crest the top of the hill, you are now probably about the same elevation you were when you were next to the waterfall upon first falling in. As you climb up the hill, you hear another sound of what sounds to be a waterfall. Somewhere nearby, the sound of water rushing off a cliff face.
Jeff, do I see something over here in this direction?
As a matter of fact, you do. There is a piece of paper trapped underneath the tree.
I would love to take a look at whatever that is.
As you all have been walking, you've been noticing that there is a repeated tree, and you haven't gotten really close to too many of them other than that very first one that you took a page from. And there's another one here, and you're just seeing them dotted all throughout. And what kind of unnerves you, or at least kind of makes you wonder, is that they seem to be very isolated to a singular spot. And Herrick, they all seem to be about the same height, roughly.
Mm-hmm.
Which is about the same height and size as any of you, roughly. And Herrick, as you lean down to grasp at this piece of paper, make a detect check.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a 14, which is a fail for me. He is not a detector.
Alrighty. You pick up the piece of paper, and on it is more writing. This one says, Zane worries me. He's the strongest of us by far, but devastatingly short on brains, and even shorter on patience. He and Tala get into shouting matches often. We're all on edge. It's getting harder to breathe, and I swear my skin is turning green. I seem to be endlessly thirsty, but Kala has advised us not to drink any more river water. She's the expert. With her help, I am trying to fashion us something to get us out of here. There's some rare components down here, and I have my trusty old axe. I bet whatever's lurking by the entrance doesn't care for fire.
Hey, remember how you loved fire so much?
Yes.
Well,
Yes. Fire's good.
We might need to stop making fun of you for it.
No need. I don't really care.
Well, might end up being our saving grace. So,
Well, before we
you
start
should-
burning
yes,
things,
you-
should we go down the hill and see what's there?
More dirt, I imagine.
Okay. Just
Wait a
before
minute. You said we have a good vantage point here. What else do we see?
Sure.
Exactly.
So, to your right, you see that the river has turned into a large lake. And just on the other side of this lake, of this green lake, 20 buttons and a strap. Sorry, that's a really obscure musical reference. Just barely visible is the outline of that large bramble thicket just beyond the lakeside. To your north, you see a lot of tall trees that are kind of blocking your vision, but you can kind of piece together that there is a path beyond. It'd be very dangerous to go straight forward ahead. One, there's a cliff. Two, there's a lot of vegetation in the way, so it's almost impassable. To your left, you do see much more clearly the outline of a large building. It looks to be like some kind of large gazebo. A circular building held up by pillars.
The gazebo is a mimic.
Question. By looking at the gazebo, can I tell anything from its architecture? Like what style it might be?
I would say from this distance, you can make a detect check with a hinder. If you, yeah, so roll a d6 and subtract that result from your d20 roll.
Okay. That's gonna be terrible. Oh wait. Oh no. Oh well. Yeah. Don't even need the d6. That was a 17, so that was one off from what I needed. But yeah, that's a fail.
Oh shoot. Okay. You can make a very broad guess. If you even recognized the architecture. For this distance, it's really a toss-up.
Okay. And I also assume that where we are standing right now, is this like a cliff face? So is this like a sheer drop down to like the lower level down here?
Yeah, it is a sheer 30-foot drop.
Okay.
I would like to see, like, just have a look to see if I can see any indication that there might be anybody over in or near the gazebo.
Sure. You can make a detect check. Just a standard one. Oh, that'll work. You don't see... You don't see anybody, but you do see that surrounding the center on the floor, there seem to be a collection of objects. It could be they're maybe about the size of a jug or an urn, but you get the sense that they're somewhat circular in shape and about the size of somebody's torso.
Okay. I'd like to circle back just a second to Herrick's comment about the fire. Why were you suggesting we might need fire? I think I might have missed something.
Oh, right. Here, this page looks like they were having some issues and drama, and there was infighting. But they did mention that he thought that fire might be the way to destroy. You just read it, and I'll just give it over to him.
Yeah, so to summarize, it does note that there is some drama and tension in fighting, but specifically the part that you mentioned about the fire is that it seemed like they wanted to cook something up because there is something lurking by the entrance that might not care for fire.
Gotcha. Okay. All right, while folks are looking around off the hill and into the distance, I would like to examine these young trees more carefully. I'm curious as to if I can get an estimate of how old they might be, if they seem to be roughly the same age, same kind of tree.
Sure.
Not that I know much about nature, but it's just curious that the GM pointed out that the trees were so similar.
Damn curious.
Yeah, damn
So
curious.
forthcoming.
So yeah, that would be your choice between, I would say, survival or detect.
Okay, we'll go with detect. Kind of guided by that first page we found talking about the fellow who burst out into foliage. That would be a pass.
Okay, so you do know a lot of consistencies. There's a lot of variation in the types of trees here, but all of these smaller trees look very similar. There's little to no variation in their appearance. They have bone white bark that kind of ends with these almost like dark brown red sort of cracks in the bark, and at the tips there is a collection of amber orange leaves that they're all adorned with. And as you walk clockwise around it from one side to the other, you are startled as the branches all line up to create almost a face-like visage of a half of a face that looks like it's in raw agony.
On a particular tree. And each tree, same idea, or all the trees together form this?
So it's not the exact same perception point for each tree. Each one has a different spot, but there is a point where each of them seem to line up and do create a... You can't help but feel a very good resemblance of some kind of face, either in repose or in agony.
You mentioned the cracks have a dark reddish brown color to them. I'd like to scrape a little bit of the
It's blood.
whatever is reddish brown and do a quick test on it. I'm testing for blood.
All right. As you do so, you take out a knife that you often use in your alchemical pursuits. And as you tap this tree, there is a piece of bark that falls off. And it's slowly followed by a dark red viscous sap. And there's almost, from the tree, you think, both a sigh and also a low moan. And
Like a painful moan or an ecstatic moan?
it does sound like a painful moan. And, well, not pained, just devoid of emotion. And to your surprise and perhaps dismay, there's a sickening twisting sound as the tree shifts and uproots itself as a leg-like appendage takes a noticeable step in your direction.
Where is Rudis right now?
Brutus is a little way away from the rest of you, looking up at the
Yeah, stick me over by the
Do
appropriate
we-
tree. Yeah.
Do we hear the moaning?
I think you're a little far away from the moaning, but Rudis, what is your reaction? And this will be what we end on.
Rudis stumbles back and says, "Oh, kill it with fire!"
And that's where we're going to call it for tonight's session.
He pushed the button.
Exactly.
Kill it with fire.
I was really
Okay, so
hoping-
maybe we should have started with fire.
I was really hoping we were going to be able to hear the moaning because she was just going to assume that Rubus had decided to start rubbing himself again.
No. Oh God.
This is very Circle 7 of Dante's Infernal. Like, I'm just gonna use the literary reference there, but like, yeah, very Circle 7.
This was really good, man. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
amazing.
Thanks for
And-
playing
and
along,
can-
guys.
And can I also just say the artwork that you did for all of our characters is top notch.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
That
Yes.
is amazing.
Yes.
Thank you, guys. You're making me blush, and you can't see it because my camera's not working, but I'll have it up by next week.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
Thank
Why
you
don't
for
you-
making this fun. Yeah.
Why don't you give us your where they can find you again, Jeffrey?
Yeah, you can find me on all the platforms at jgilbankart. I also have a YouTube channel called Sound Sketchy Show, which is in between seasons at the moment, but there's 10 plus episodes which you can dive into.
Awesome. All right. Yeah, we have a link to you on our YouTube page. So,
Oh, holy cannoli. Thanks.
of course, we got to support our friends. Anybody else have anything going on they want to advertise or plug?
I actually have something to plug for a change, Tom.
Yay!
Boy.
Yeah, we have next. So I have been a long-time player, first-time DM. I'm running my first campaign, and it's a D&D system, but we're doing so we're set in the Magic the Gathering Zendikar universe. So everyone's playing goblins. So yeah, it's on Sunday nights at 7 p.m. The Goblins of Zendikar on Restless Barbarian. So come check it out.
It's so exciting. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I
It
would
has
like to
been so
actually
much
join
fun.
that. I'm looking at my schedule again, seeing if I can maybe jump in. So I may be in touch with you in the next couple days.
Yes.
Yeah, even just a couple days in March, like you said, Yeah, you're free. That might be good.
Yeah. No, I'm trying to squeeze in, make it work for like these 2 episodes in February. So I'm seeing how many spoons I have. So yeah.
Well, yeah, and if not, it's gonna. I mean, if the world building I've done is any indication, it's gonna be going on for a while, or at least as long as I
good.
can keep people interested. So
Cool.
you'll
Yeah.
be
Yeah.
be able to.
I don't want to miss my opportunity. Yeah.
Sure. Okay. All right. Anybody else have anything going on?
Tomorrow night we have our Delta Green game that Tom and Mouse are in. Hopefully nothing goes wrong. We've missed the last 2 because of illness on my part, but this week's been going good, so I think we'll be all right. So hopefully we'll see you guys tomorrow as they descend into madness, or further into madness, I should say.
Yeah, when you said hopefully nothing goes wrong, I thought you meant in the game, and I was like, that's probably not likely.
Things are going to go wrong in the game. Yeah.
I mean, we just set fire to a house, and the cops are coming. So,
Right.
Yeah.
There's always a fire thing going on here at Restless Barbarian Gaming.
There always
A little
is
bit of murder,
fire.
a little bit of fire. Sometimes murder with fire.
You got it.
What could be better?
And Friday
we have
night,
actually murdered people with fire, haven't we?
Oh no.
Now that I think about it.
Not you actually, but in character in a game.
Yeah.
For posterity's sake.
Just so it's said. Just so it's clarified.
Just to clarify,
we
yeah.
I
personally
have never murdered
We
anyone with
always
fire.
use other forms of violence.
Don't walk on pool covers and don't set people on fire, kids.
All right. Well, we probably should wrap up. It's getting late for some of us here. Want to thank everybody who watched tonight. And we appreciate your support. Please be sure to give this video a like, subscribe if you haven't already. And we will see you again next week. So good night, everybody.
Have a good night, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Mighty that he could stay on if he wanted to, because we do a little